Hi guys, so today I'm going to be using the oil pastels that you see here and my new Canson mixed media art boards, as well as some of those Crayola pastels. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. This is the art board. It's really thick and I'm super excited to use it. I just wanted to interrupt a little bit just to kind of talk about what I've been doing for the last hour. I have been making Dodger Stadium. It's kind of a larger version of the Dodger Stadium that I painted for perspective, the perspective prompt for the Art Hang Party Tober sketchbook. So it's about that big. Right now I'm doing this in Gallery Oil Pastel, which is the Mungyo. You can see that. I did use a little bit of the only Sennelier oil pastel that I own. I bought this on a whim during Jerry Artorama's 31% off sale for Halloween, and I kind of added it to the top of the sky. I really liked it for that deep blue up there. It is so creamy, so smooth. It is so buttery, but it's blending really well with the Gallery Oil Pastels, which are just as buttery. They're probably not as, because this you can like press and yeah, it already comes off. But the Gallery Oil Pastels are really buttery too. I do also have some Crayola oil pastels. They're a lot firmer and they take a lot more work to blend. And if any of you are familiar with the artist Black Bean CMS, he loves these and he definitely talks about breaking your fingers whenever you're blending. These ones, for sure, you got to break your fingers. I don't know how this one got in there, but these are their work to blend, but they make some really nice sharp lines and they don't like smush kind of like the Sennelier. That smushes a lot. This is not that big of a canvas, but it's still bigger than I've done anything in oil pastel on before. So I'm really excited. These are, as I showed earlier, it is the Canson Mixed Media Art Boards, plein air, and it is for all kinds of different media. I like them. They're very heavy duty. And I do have a Sennelier oil pastel setting spray, finishing spray, whatever, fixative. So I will spray that down once I'm done. Right now I'm about to draw out a little bit of the shapes for down here, the awning and the signage boards that go here, as well as the stadium lights. I might blend out the sky a little bit more, but I kind of want to leave some of the white because it's giving a really nice, I guess, perspective of where the light source is coming from as the sun is setting. If you've ever been to Dodger Stadium, if you're looking at it from this direction, you're going to be looking south towards the city of Los Angeles. And so obviously the sun is setting on this side and we have the sunlight coming from over here. So this hill is a little bit lighter. We have some darkness here because there's two hills here, and I'm probably going to be making this part of the stadium parking lot a little bit darker, and the trees over down here, if they show up, they're there. I'm going to make those a little bit darker, probably this a little bit darker because this is going to be like a raised edge. And then inside the stadium, there will be stadium lights. So generally there's going to be some nice like spots of light green on the field, but I do want to make some of this a little bit darker, and then I'm going to blend some of the light back over here. Because of the angle of the stadium, you're going to get most of the light source hitting this part of the stadium, and then a lot of the darkness is going to be over here. So that is what I'm doing next. And yeah, it's really fun. I don't usually use my oil pastels, but today I was kind of in an oil pastel mood. Today I was doing the sunset portrait with a few friends in the Weirdo Drawing Club, Debbie Draws Funny, her Discord. So I did right here. I did my sunset portrait session, and I did an oil pastel today. I don't usually wear glasses, but I was wearing them this morning because I just didn't feel like putting on my contacts. But I was just kind of in a oil pastel mood, so I figured let's just keep going with it today. And I want to get to using my gouache maybe sometime today. It is Gouache-vember, according to some of my art friends. I just haven't sat down to paint. I really just wanted to try this out first. So probably in the evening I will get to my gouache. But right now I want to finish this up. And I think that's all I have. So, keep on watching the process and let's see how it ends up. Honestly, it is going pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with how it's turning out. And if it's messy, I don't really care. I kind of have it to the point where I really, really like it now. But getting started was difficult. I'm, again, not used to using oil pastels. This is probably like the 4th or 5th time I've ever used them. So I'm going to continue, and I'll talk to you at the end. Bye. is the finished product, and I am just about to spray it down with the Sennelier fixative that I have, the fixative for oil pastels. I will probably have to do about 2 coats of this because the oil pastel artwork that I did earlier today, I sprayed down once, and when I closed my sketchbook, it looked like some of it still transferred, just very light, and it was probably like the little oil pastel crumbs. They kind of transferred on to the other page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of brush this down because I do see a few little like crumbs here and there. Brush it off. And I know it's not perfect. The details are not like super fine. However, I think it's a really good representation of my original piece of artwork, just in a very large format. Not super large, but a lot larger than the sketchbook, and it's also not tucked away in the sketchbook, so that's another plus. But I really like it. I like how it came out. I really had a lot of fun blending everything together and leaving the negative space like the white space that I have up top. I liked leaving that as a form of light, like I had mentioned earlier, kind of where the sun is coming from that angle. I did add a little bit of the shadows onto this part of the stadium, and then onto this part over here, and a little bit of the shadows around the edges, just kind of where the stadium would show the natural shadows. I did a little bit of shadowing here at the edge of the parking lot, and then some over here. But other than that, I'm pretty proud of how it came out, especially considering that it was oil pastels. And if you've ever worked with oil pastels, you will know that they are pretty messy, pretty soft, of course, and they can be a bit difficult to work with if you're not used to them. And I am not a pro at all, but I'm really proud of it, honestly. Would I use oil pastels on this type of artboard again? Absolutely. It was so much fun to use it on because it was so nice and like firm, and they laid down really, really nicely. I did do some of the scratchy texture, the I forget, it's like graffito or something, I forget. But I did a little bit of the scratchy texture for the seating, and a little bit for like the dirt around the mound and around the bases, a little bit of the scratchy texture down on the grass, and I did some scratchy texture for like the lights. So pretty pleased with all of that. I didn't do a whole lot of blending up in the city because, like I said, I thought it looked really nice. And yeah, that's my critique of it. It's nice. I will definitely hang it up. People really liked it. The people that I showed earlier, my family and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty fun, pretty cool. I really enjoyed working on it. There are definitely a few spots that I could touch up, like that in particular, but overall, really happy with it. Okay, well, that was my oil pastel day. Tomorrow I will probably get to some more gouache. It's kind of late now. I did take a break. I was working on this earlier today, and then I stepped away for a few hours. I came back, did some finishing touches to it, and then just decided to be done with it. And I'm totally okay with that. So thanks again for watching, and if you have any ideas of other large prints that I should do in oil pastel, just let me know, because I'm really excited to use my oil pastels. I'm trying to not be so precious about my art materials, because I have so many different mediums that I really need to use. And I think the next thing I have that I haven't used in forever, like I used gouache recently whenever I used my carandache gouache set, but I will use my Hemi gouache set, and I have an acrylic gouache set as well that I honestly have not used in a few months. So that is right here, the Liquitex acrylic gouache. I love it. The colors are gorgeous, and it was pretty fun to work with, but it was difficult because while it's really nice and thick and like creamy like gouache, it was acrylic, so it dried pretty fast, and then I couldn't work it any longer. So I don't have an example of what I did in acrylic gouache right now, but I've shown it before on one of my sketchbook videos, and it was the actress from The Shining that I did the acrylic gouache painting in. So all right, well, that's it for me. Have a good night. Bye.